26 years ago. All right. For the past 26 years, every morning I lay in bed and think, what can I do to make her happy today? I haven't figured it out yet, but as soon as I do, I think it's the intention that counts, really, even though I haven't figured it out. I love her, though. She's hot. We're in our early 50s, so she's like literally hot. Like her body can't control its temperature anymore. Yeah. We got off to a rough start. It's actually day one at our wedding. I didn't have any little kids in the family to be the ring bearer, So I let my 17-year-old nephew be the ring bearer. Yeah. He insisted on dressing up as Frodo. So, yeah, that's stupid, right? People thought it was cute and funny and everything, but when he got to the front of the church, he wouldn't give up the ring. So, yeah, I had to slay him. Yeah. I rolled to subdue, but I didn't get it, so I slayed him. We also had trouble recently. I found out I have a kid that I didn't know about. The good news is I had it with my wife. I was just really checked out for a while. Work was really kicking my butt, and is that okay? But yeah, work was really kicking my butt. And I noticed she gained a lot of weight, but I wasn't going to say anything, right? I'm not stupid, right? Then she lost it all of a sudden, but I figure everybody's on Ozempic now, right? It's just Ozempic. Our oldest kid just graduated from college. Yeah. He's ready to conquer the world. But first he moved back home. So, There's nothing wrong with moving back home. It's okay. A lot of famous world leaders have moved back home. Napoleon moved back home after military school. It's true. Genghis Khan moved back in with his Borgigan clan after his father Yesugwe sold him off to the Yongorots because he couldn't afford Borte's substantial bride price. Remember that? Jesus Christ moved back in with his father when he was 33 years old. He's lived with him for 2,000 years now. It's not a big deal. He says he's coming back to the real world someday, but I don't know. Long hair, sandals, yeah, maybe. We'll see. So as you can tell from these stories, I'm just a boring old married white guy. Yeah, it's really bad for comedy. It is not what you want for comedy, trust me. Yeah. I'm so boring, I don't drink, I don't do any drugs. The only gummies I take are Centrum Silver. You know what I mean? Anybody here on the silver with me? Yeah. You ever take two? Oh. I took two the other day. I was doing push-ups all day. It was like real wild stuff. Yeah, I'm so old. I use a printed copy of the Urban Dictionary. Y'all know about this thing? I'm so old, men have walked on the moon during my lifetime. I'm that old. I'm so white. I only tell your mother jokes. Because I don't want to say. I'm trying to be more interesting. I found it for comedy, people see me as more interesting, so I'm trying a few things. Instead of telling people I'm straight, I tell them I'm half bisexual. Yeah. It's cool to be mixed, it's cool to be mixed. So, yeah. I told that joke to my wife, and she said, which half? And I was like, okay, that's enough for that. I know it's popular to talk about mental health up here, so I do sometimes talk about the fact that I have body dysmorphia. Okay. But I have the male version. It means I think I'm hotter than I actually am. So, a lot of guys have it. It's pretty common. Yeah. I've been getting as many vaccinations as possible, trying to catch autism, but I haven't yet. So, trying to be more interesting, that's what it's about. I don't do any drugs, like I said, but I am in recovery because last year I got addicted to placebos. Yeah. Oldest story in the book. I volunteered for a pharmaceutical trial. I was in the control group, Next thing you know, I'm popping Tic Tacs all day. Hit rock bottom. I was digging through my wife's birth control pills, Trying to get an off-week pill, the white one. Yeah. She's on HRT now, so, nothing there. So I just started doing stand-up this year at 53. So that's nice. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Welcome to my third midlife crisis, everyone. So, anybody want to be my fourth? No, we're just playing. Yeah, no, I decided it was basically this or pickleball, so I thought this would be less humiliating, so I went with this. It means I spend a lot of my time hanging out with all these young comics, like in their 20s and 30s. It's kind of awkward, I'm all these open mics, 1 in the morning, hanging with these guys. But they're helping me out. They tell me, I was shaking hands wrong. I was doing it like this. I was like, oh, how's your 401k doing, guys? Yeah. Did you protest your property taxes yet? Yeah. It's due June 1st. You better hurry. That's not how it is. Now it's like this. You get your hand up like that, and you pull your fingers like that, and you say something cool like, hey, dog, let's get some ladies. All right. That's how you shake hands now. I tried it on my wife when I got home. I was like, hey, woman, let's get some ladies. All right. She wasn't into that. She 96 me that night. It was a rough night. Yeah, but anyway, but I'm trying to do better. I'm learning. I got on Instagram, Professor Hafner. I got on Instagram, and I posted something, and one of these guys wrote no cap, but they put it in all caps. I was like, what does that mean? People keep telling me to bet all the time. They're like, bet. I don't know what we're betting on. I'm not going to bet unless I know the odds, right? And every time I'm on stage, people tell me I'm stupid. Like, I have a PhD. I don't know why. I'm not stupid. But I got to do what I watch. I got to watch what I say around those guys, though, because, I don't want to get dad zoned. You know what I mean? We never talk about their future. We never talk about health insurance. I avoid all that stuff. But I do one dad thing behind their back. It's like when one of them's about to leave, I sneak out to the parking lot and I check the air pressure on their tires. Just to make sure they get home okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm tracking their phones, just for emergencies. I don't ever monitor. So let's see. I'm contractually obligated not to tell any physics jokes, but I don't know. I mean, if you all really want one, I might tell one or two. All right. What do Muppets use to measure pressure? Manometers. Waka. All right. Yeah, let's see. Here's one with the metric system. Meter? I already know her. All right. No? All right. I got a little movie career going. I'll end on this. I got a little movie career going. Has anybody seen Palm Springs? Let's move on. That was just a little bit part. I also recently had a starring role in a colonoscopy. Yeah. I had a tight close-up in every scene. It was just me. Yeah, it already came out. You probably didn't see it. It was just a soft opening. You probably didn't. Now, you don't want a wide release for your colonoscopy, all right? That's the last thing you want. It's still online, though. You can still catch it on my chart. Yeah, it's still online if you want to see it. I'm a method actor, so basically 2 weeks before the shoot, I kept a crazy straw shoved up there just to figure out who is this guy, What's his motivation? Like, why is he getting a colonoscopy? I don't know, but the reviews are in, and they said my preparation was adequate, but they don't want to make another one for 5 years. You know how Hollywood is. At that point, they'll just replace me with some young actor. All right, I'm Professor Hafner, guys. Thanks a lot.